almost everyone on this panel has talked about the dynamism of disability. And I have good days and bad days, days where I'm not dropping things all the time, days where I can barely hold anything in my hands. It's just, it fluctuates so much. And I think, having support in place that acknowledges those fluctuations. If the sound guy had been disabled or the camera woman had been disabled, then I would have immediately had someone I could have gone, well, you kind of understand what I'm talking about, right? And that would have made me feel more comfortable about talking more about what I needed.
I never felt I could talk about my disability. I don't think they perhaps knew themselves how to, quote unquote, deal with people with disabilities. My disability, I'm not apparent. When you look at me, I can walk and talk, get around as well as the next person.
I guess the one word I would describe approaches or beliefs around disability in the industry is limited. I think there needs to be more nuanced conversations, understanding and training about what disability is, how it can present in surprising and unexpected ways.
And just because I talk well or I present myself in a certain way doesn't mean that there are certain struggles that are happening behind scene. I've had executive producers who have basically turned around to me, and when I've mentioned, this is why it's very difficult for me to talk about dyslexia and my disability, is because no one really tends to believe me. I had an exec telling me, oh, is that the one where you can't read and write?
Some of my reasonable adjustments were kind of things like flexibility around working at home. So I've got permanent tinnitus, which sometimes flares up worse than other times. Sometimes that massively affects my sleep some weeks, other weeks it's not. One day I'll be completely fine, or on the phone I'm completely fine, but actually going into an office and trying to communicate with people when I'm really struggling to hear and I've not had a good night's sleep is just impossible. But actually I can work quite productively at home.
They couldn't understand a disability that is variable. So they couldn't understand that on one day you'd be fine, and then on the next day, you'd be really quite ill.
The unpredictable nature of disabilities is something that can be further understood and better understood.